destined to do this. Bred to be stunting. I know I'm the greatest. You ain't telling me nothing. Bitch, I'm blowing up and you pressing the button. Pull up the yak, sprinkle some stress in the blunt, and watch a professional work. Lower the lights. Might mistake me for lucky, I'm rolling the dice. Over obsessed, got these hoes in distress. Prepare for the worst, I hope for the best. Kinda fly to be a genius, never been a dummy. And I ain't sacrificing my integrity for money. Some things are more important, I'm trying to keep the balance. What's understood don't gotta be explained, we speak in silence. Nothing worth it is easy, nothing easy is worth it. Now we facing the verdict, practice making me perfect.
Today's episode was brought to you by the Comfort Experts. See us for all your heating and air conditioning needs. For more information, visit onehouраircarolinas.com. That's onehouraircarolinas.com. Each one of us can build wealth, replace scarcity with abundance, replace average with greatness, replace uncertainty with conviction. Success is there for the taking. Small business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, and the ambitious. Grant Cardone tells you what you have to do to prosper in this new economy. He'll inform you in everything business, finance, and career related. Get ready. Find the knowledge for your success. It's all here, right now, in the Cardone Zone.
On your plexiglass, I'm snapping back up on your station. Keep style elevated, you feeling this sensation. To a higher zone, you are the alone.
Hey, welcome Friday, beautiful Friday. Thank God I'm free, baby. And do not say to me, thank God it's Friday, because it's more important than that. Hey, welcome to the Cardone Zone. My name's Grant Cardone. Every Friday? Yeah, every Friday, man. Every Friday at 1 p.m. No, 12 p.m. At 1 p.m. I'm finished. Every Friday at 12 p.m., I come to you to talk about your money, your business, your career, your finances situation, how to get it right, how to get it straight, how to get jacked up for the weekend, how to get your game so tight that you're always right. Would you not like, and by the way, you've been in that position before where everything was just swinging, clinging, netting, working. And that's where I want to get you back before the weekend. I want to get you back in a situation where your head's right, throw a shot in the air, it's all net, baby, okay? Because that's the position you ought to be in every day, in every way. And one of the things I want to talk to you about today, because I just left New York City. We flew into New York, Thursday, Robert?
Wednesday.
Dude, you're not on the mic, bro. What's wrong with you, man?
On now. Hi, I'm on the mic.
You're on mic.
Hi, microphone. Hello.
Wow, why are you making fun of Asian people, man? Huh?
Wednesday to Thursday.
So Wednesday at 4 o'clock in the morning, we get on a bird, right? We get on 10X Airlines. We fly to New York. I land. I have a meeting. I have a presentation for 3 people at, what time was that?
You're at 8:15.
8:15 in the morning. 8:15 in the morning. And then we left that. So that was an interview, okay? We're going to be talking about interviews today. How to do an interview, how to control an interview, how to control an audience. This is going to be one of the most valuable lessons in your life. You're watching Grant Cardone TV.com. By the way, if you haven't gotten the app, how do people find the app, by the way?
Go to the iTunes store.
Whoa! You go to the iTunes store. Apple is our partner on this project. Mm-hmm. That's selling, baby. Apple's our partner on the project. You go to the iTunes store. We don't have it for Droids yet?
I believe we have it. We have it for Droid.
Yeah. Then they'd have to go to the PlayStation store or whatever, okay? You go to look for in the iTunes store mygctv.com. Is that right? Is that the name of the app?
MyGCTV is the name of that.
MyGCTV is the name of the app. And you'll have it on your phone where you can watch these shows, Young Hustlers, Women in Power, 30 shows that we drop here every week. Coach Burt, Power Super Coach Burt. Also the Cardone Zone, also the Grant Rants, also Power Players, Confessions of an Entrepreneur, The Boiler Room, Mystery Shopper, Young Hustler shows that are just off the rails. You can do that now. One of the things we're going to be talking about today, one of the things critical to your career, your business, and your finance is the ability to interview, to do an interview. So I'm in New York. I do a meeting for Bank of America. I tell Charles Koppelman that's at the meeting, by the way, Charles Koppelman pitched. He was that far from buying the Beatles' entire collection. Wow. Okay? He lost it to Michael Jackson, lost the deal to Michael Jackson for two reasons. He added time. He could have closed the deal a couple of weeks before, but they added some time, and he became reasonable with it. This is the story that at CAK, the real CAK, Charles Koppelman tells me. Charles has made some of the biggest talent in the world. Charles Koppelman ran Martha Stewart's company when she went to jail. Handcuffed Martha. Right? I wonder what happened to Martha in jail, man. I bet everybody loved her. She was in one of those federal prisons, right? So I did a presentation for them. That's an interview. How do I control that interview? How do I control Koppelman to the right of me, two people to across from me? What is my agenda? Who is my audience? Do I want to be friendly with them or antagonistic? I'll tell you why in a second. That presentation was for 600. Add 6 more zeros. Okay, and you'll understand what we were talking about. That's an interview, right? That's an interview. Y'all consider that an interview?
I do.
Okay, I don't know if most people consider it an interview. I think, oh no, that's a sales presentation. But really, it's an interview. You got to know how you're interviewing. So I leave there and I go to, where'd I go, brother Rob? Where'd I go? You were with me.
You went to MIST. You went to the Al Roker.
Yeah, I went to Al Roker. I went and sat down with Al Roker, and now I'm on a panel with 5 other people. Do we have the clip of the panel?
I do.
Once you hit the panel, I just want to see the very beginning of it. If you can run through it, Robert, get me towards the end of it, actually, where me and Jay. I go in, I do a panel. Now I got a different thing. I got to consider my audience. Go ahead, you can start it. Or are you going to lose me when you start it?
I'm going to lose you when you start.
Yeah, I'll just keep talking about it. So I'm on the inside. We do the intro. I have no idea how long we're going to get Roker. By the way, you'd want to know how long an interview is going to last. That's vital for you to know. How long will this interview be? Because if you don't know how long the interview is going to be, 1 minute, 6 minutes, or 18 minutes, okay? In this case, it was 18 minutes. There were 6 people on the panel. I got to get my freaking jack in. I got to figure out, how do I work in? Am I going to be first, second, third, last? How do I work in? Am I going to be the friendly guy, or am I going to be Mr. Antagonistic? In this interview, I elected to be the friendly guy. After that, I left there and went to Huffington Post, and I made a decision to be the antagonistic individual, because there was a bunch of women there. So I'm like, I'm going to antagonize. I could tell the woman was lonely that was running the interview. I'm like, she lonely. She's angry at men anyway. She's been dropped too many times. She's all pissed off at men. So I'm just going to throw salt into the wound, right? Now, why would I do that? Okay, there's actually a reason you would want to do that. I left that interview. I'm going to show you pieces and parts of all of these and how you, too, can be a professional interviewer. And the last one was 1 minute, okay? The first one was 18 minutes, or the first one was like 50 minutes long. The second was 18 minutes. The next one was like 6-7 minutes long. And the last one was 1 minute. When we come back in 10 seconds, I'm going to show you how to blow an interview all the way to the top.
Grant Cardone's secret to closing the sale is everything you need to become a master of closing the deal. Learn how to turn every objection into a reason to buy, how to stop giving your profits away, and become a respected closer in your field. Register now and get Grant Cardone's 50-plus page ebook on the secrets to closing, the closer's 6-page IQ test with 27 questions to help you improve your game, 3 never-before-seen closing videos, the 20 rules of closing, the 10 mistakes every closer must know by heart, and a VIP ticket to a 3-hour webcast accessible on your phone, tablet, or computer with sales expert Grant Cardone. Stop selling and start closing. Register today at secretstoclosingthesale.com. That's secretstoclosingthesale.com. Interested in becoming an internet marketer, network marketer, internet entrepreneur, or business owner? Pay attention to this offer. CPA, known as Cost Per Action, promotes offers to top companies via paid traffic platforms. Imagine positioning yourself as the dominant player in your industry all over the internet, with people seeking you out for job opportunities, your product, and your service, while increasing your income to over 6 figures in 9 months. The Millionaire Mastermind will show you how. Learn through us with step-by-step digital instructional programs, free weekly webinars, and 24/7 customer support. The Millionaire Mastermind is the go-to expert for all resources and training to thrive in this industry. And it all starts with our free 6 Figures to 9 Months webinar. Sign up for your free 6 Figures in 9 Months webinar at themillionairemastermind.com/6 figures. That's themillionairemastermind.com/6 figures. Are you looking for ways to raise funds to increase your local impact? If you're a nonprofit, church, civic group, school, or individual, Funds to Org's Shoe Drive fundraiser helps your cause raise funds while supporting micro enterprises in developing nations. Funds to Org's provides at no charge the tools you need to create a successful, no-calorie fundraising event. Just engage your supporters to collect gently worn, used, and new shoes. We'll transport the collected shoes and issue a check back to you within 48 hours of processing. Sign up now at fundstoorgs.com. That's fundstoorgs.com. Are you looking for ways to raise funds to increase?
Selling them for $99, dude. Hey, welcome back. Are we back?
We're back.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I don't even know where we are.
Back.
Hey, Grant Cardone here. Cardone Zone Friday. What's the date today, guys? Today is September the 25th. A great day in your life. Make it great. Make it great before it's too late. Now watch this interview. Watch. I'm just going to show you a part of it, okay? Not from the beginning now, Robert. Just
It ain't. We good.
Get out of control. Now, obviously, they're not going to build a fan base, but they do it just to kind of get out there. People forget that that content lives out there, and I just caution people that when you use this, I think it's great to show an intimate portrait of who you are. I just think people shouldn't go out there and just act foolish.
oh yeah.
You know.
I think it's a good rule in life.
Yeah, you can do it just for the whole sensationalism thing. No, it's just no, it's not that. Well, I mean, I can really even get into one of my. I was a little late to joining the Periscope game, and my first real apprehension was, well, if I'm broadcasting here and then when I'm on TV, I'm on TV. Like, so when am I off? And why are people wanting to watch?
Okay, so you see what's happening here in the interview, right?
Sure.
Is Jay, who, by the way, hit on me later. He wanted me. He's like, I want you badly. You're so masculine. You're such a man. I said, dude, if I showed you big boy, your life would be changed forever. So look, check it out. What Jay's trying to do right now is he's hogging this interview, okay? He's hogging it, and he's a pro. And I go into a bit of a resentment. I don't say anything, but I can feel it internally. Oh, dude, I got to get control of this interview again. So I'm going to decide now. I'm friendly. In this interview with Roker, I'm friendly. I figure out how to start grabbing the interview back, okay? And the way you do that, okay, there's 3 points I want you to make here. Know your audience. Decide whether you're going to be friendly or antagonistic. Do not go there and just try to do an interview, okay? You have to control interviews. Otherwise, you'll be wasted in this deal. And the third thing is, you got to decide where you have altitude. So I quickly sit in my chair and I decide, okay, where do I have altitude? No, not really, not on that, man. You got it on your camera, don't you? Tell me you got it on your camera, bro.
I do, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not there, man. So you got to decide where you have altitude. So I make a quick list of what I have that Jay ain't got. Because this interview now is down to 2 people. Me and Jay. I know there looks like there were 6 or 7 people up there. Robert, am I right?
You're right.
It was me and Jay, just flip-flop back and forth the whole time. So I quickly make a list of my strengths. Now you need to go, when you go into an interview, you got to know what your strengths are. Number 1, who's your audience? Hey, my audience is a bunch of social media people, not a bunch of people doing the red carpet. They're trying to make money on social media. They're trying to sell books, get their brand name, get their name known into the marketplace. So I got to know my audience. By the way, my audience is Al Roker and the people watching. That's it, okay? It is not the other people on the panel. I do not need to please the panel. So I'm not trying to be friendly to the panel. I got 2 people, 2 audiences. Al Roker, by the way, we intercepted Al before he got to the meeting. I had my office intercept Al and make sure Al knew everything he could about me to separate me from the audience in the hopes that he would pick me first and flow power to me. So again, it's back to controlling the interview. You must walk in not to have an interview of you, but to literally control the interview. Control equals income, right? Control the interview. If you watch the panelist for the Republican, what's the Republican thing? The debate they did the other night. Dude, time. Can you control that interview? Donald Trump did not control the interview that well that night. If you control the debate, you win the debate. If you control the interview, you win the interview. If you control the audience, you win the audience. If you control the sale, you win the sale. Okay? Now, can you show them this one, Robert, real quick? If you're in a good place of it, just find a good place. No, don't worry about me.
You're about to talk right there. So
Okay. No, once you get to the end of this one, because this is where I become antagonistic to Tasman and to the piece of art his entire life, because he didn't have the ability to get out amongst the planet and tell people about his art. She is able, with this stream, no TV, no radio is going to ever give her enough exposure for anyone to ever know her name, much less her art. And so that's the point. It comes to a stream, to a meerkat, whatever. There's a couple 100 million. I mean, these are monster numbers that I could never get without live streaming. With that is going to come tremendous amounts of whatever people don't like about that, okay? People don't like seeing me in a Rolls Royce. They're like, oh, that's wrong, okay? For whatever reason, right? Or they don't like me seeing me on my own plane. And they're like, oh, you're in my face, you're bragging. See now, what I'm doing here is I'm using antagonism, okay? I didn't have to bring up the Rolls Royce. I've done, I don't know, 2,000 streams. Most of them are not in a Rolls Royce. Most of them are not on a plane. I could have talked about my kids. I could have talked about how I help a 13-year-old. I could talk about how many people I help. But I picked something that would freaking agitate a liberal. I drive a freaking Rolls Royce, okay? I have my own plane. I even brought up a nanny in her car, okay? It just drove this chick crazy. It just imploded on her. She's like, ah, damn, I can't even keep up with the rent in New York, and this guy's putting a freaking car in my face. I did that because I want attention, not from her, okay, but from the camera. I don't care about her. I don't even remember her name. Anybody remember her name?
Nope.
Don't know her name, don't care about her name. I know this. I had more people on my stream watching that show than HuffPost Live had watching their stream. Now, I'm not saying all that. I'm saying that you got to know where you're coming from when you do an interview, okay? Many of you are going out there to build your brand. You're going to buy radio, TV. You're going to do everything. You're going to get a PR person, and you're going to go out there and you're going to get attention. You're going to get attention. Fox Business is going to call you and say, let's do an interview. Get me ready on the Fox Business one, Robert. Yeah, man, come on, man. You know that's what we're doing, brother. Okay, so I'm going to go to Fox Business now, and I'm going to get less than 45 seconds to talk. It might not even have been 45 seconds. I don't know that. They've told me I'm going in there for 4 segments, 4 sets of questions. I'm figuring I'm going to get 7 to 8 minutes. I end up with 45 seconds. This will happen to you, where you're going to think you got a great opportunity to do an interview, and you're going to get cut off at the knees. But watch how I maximize 45 seconds. You want to just cue up the last thing I say in this deal, where I actually tell the broadcaster, both of you guys are idiots, by the way. Yeah.
Is exactly what Grant said. She's going to be relegated to the no hire pile with this outrage, and to come off as, is she looking for a job in politics from the other 12 candidates? Not likely.
All right. Well, I actually think we should follow her, pick up where she lands next, out of curiosity.
You shouldn't follow her. You should stay as far away from her as you possibly can.
Grant Cardone, thank you so much. Business coach with us there.
So you see how I got the last word there? I actually got one of the other people in the interview using my name. If you can make a statement so bold, take such a position that the other people in the panel actually refer to your name, you win the interview. Stay with me. I'm going to take some of your calls, and I'm going to show you the tips to a great interview.
We're rebuilding America one roof at a time due to hail and wind damage, and I'm here to bring you the roofing sales opportunity. I am the very best on the planet at implementing success. My business isn't easy. This is going to be a tough job. You're going to get kicked in the stomach, but at the end of the day, this is the easiest sell in America. Are you willing to go to the dojo, to get strong, to learn the moves, to learn how to sell $100,000 worth of commissions in free hail damage roof replacements? I had 4 sales reps make over $200,000. When the hailstorm hits, you must be willing to travel. You must have a little bit of money in your pocket to get through the first 3 weeks. But if you give me 1 year commitment, I can promise you that I give you the steps to make $250,000 in your first year in the business. I want the best, and I will hire the best. Send your 60-second video resume to certifiedroofingprofessionals.com. That's certifiedroofingprofessionals.com.
Owning a home has many elements that have to be looked after. One of the most important elements is comfort, and your heating and air conditioning is priority. That's why we stop at nothing to provide on-time service and expertise for all of your heating and cooling needs. We are the comfort experts. We have the solution for all of your trickiest heating and air conditioning needs. That's why we brought you our show, The Comfort Experts. Every week we bring you tips and tricks to improve your home and bring you peace of mind with our quality service tips for home heating and air conditioning maintenance. Visit onehouraircarolinas.com to tune into our weekly updates and services for your home improvement. That's onehouraircarolinas.com today. Available now at 10xeverything.com is Grant Cardone's 10x Super Life webcast. With over 4.5 hours of content, you must see this life-changing event. Included upon download is your 108-page ebook, your 6-video 10x exercise to change the way you see your life, and over 4.5 hours of game-changing content to help you create the super life you deserve. Not just your finances, not just your career, not just your relationships, but every area of your life. Get yours at 10xeverything.com.
Yes, 10x Super Life, baby. Yes, if you don't have a big boy, you should. Big boy's been my theme this week, man. Hope you guys are doing great today, man. It's Friday. I'm talking about interviews. Look, if you're gonna hit it one day. You will do an interview, right? You're gonna do an interview. Somebody's gonna interview you. I can't tell you how many. I've done, I don't know, 1,000 interviews. You know, so many of them have been so bad. I can't tell you how many times I've come back to the house. That sucked. You know, I would go to Fox News in Los Angeles. I'd drive over there, get in the car. Elena would be there. As soon as I got in the car, I'm like, freaking never coming back again. Never doing one again, okay? I didn't know how to do an interview, man. I didn't know how to control an interview. So the things you want to do when you get that shot to do an interview about your company, your business, your product, whatever, when you go in, the first thing I want you to do, big picture, is you control the interview. It's not Fox's interview anymore. It's not CNBC or MSNBC's interview anymore. It's not the radio person interview. It's your interview, okay? I did an interview with Mark Kay. I've done podcasts, hundreds of podcasts for other people. When I do that podcast, dude, the moment I put that freaking thing in my ear, I take a phone call, we do a GoToMe, whatever the interview, Skype, whatever, okay? I'm like, this is my interview now, not yours. Even though I'm not hosting it, it's got to be your interview, big picture. It's not theirs anymore, it's yours. Then the second, or the first major point here is you want to know your audience. Who's the audience? What do you want this audience to remember about you? Okay, I don't want to remember 17 things about me. I want to remember one thing about me. Maybe one, maybe two things at the max. Number two, am I going to be friendly in this or antagonistic? All right? See, Donald Trump knows how to play the antagonistic card, right? All the other politicians, they try to pull the heartstring. They try to be friendly. Oh, I understand you. I was talking to Joe today in Sioux Falls, and Joe is a carpenter worker, and he's been out of work. And the American public, they're sick of it, dude. They've been hearing it so long, they're like, dude, okay, that freaking interview is not working for me anymore. So even guys with the most money have just dropped. Why? Because nobody's buying the pitch anymore. Know your audience, decide, are you going to be friendly or antagonistic? By the way, being antagonistic is way harder to do. Way harder to do than being friendly. It takes freaking guts to antagonize. It takes guts to tell somebody, Deidre, what's her name? Deidre Bolton? Deidre Bolton. Never heard of her before. So me and her got something in common. I'd never heard of her, and she never heard of me. The difference is, I'm the one that told her she was wrong, and she didn't tell me that, okay? She's sleeping with that tonight. Man, that little guy came in here and told me I was wrong, right? Call me big boy. Okay, third thing is altitude. Where do you have altitude? See, that's how I controlled that interview, because I told Deidre, no, okay? And you got to be willing to interrupt in the interview, by the way. You must be willing to interrupt everyone and be a hog, be a pig in the interview. And then know when to back off, because you don't look like a pig the whole time. You're better off looking antagonistic, but not piggy. Don't be piggy in the interview, but be willing to go jump in the slop. All right? Have altitude. What do I have that Deidre doesn't have? Dude, I've hired people, okay? I've hired people. I've interviewed people. I pay people. Deidre's never paid anybody for anything, okay? Deidre might get married, maybe. It might happen to her one day. That's it, okay? All right, I know. I'm being antagonistic. Paul. Who we got? Paul, talk to me, Brother Paul. Brother Paul.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, Pete?
Hi.
Pete, what's up, baby?
Hey,
what's up? You're on the Cardone Zone, brother. You're on the Cardone Zone. Welcome to the zone.
Great. Is this Mr. Grant Cardone right here?
Yes, it is.
Unless my body's been taken over by aliens.
Well, you know why? Because I'm looking at your show on YouTube right now, and it's supposed to be live. But
you shouldn't be looking at it on
YouTube.
YouTube. You ought to be looking at it on GrantCardoneTV.com.
Oh, I got the slow connection. I'm slow right now. Okay. But let me hit you with this really quick. Your day is going good. You were talking about how you have only one opportunity to close something down. We got to get people off their feet and onto a product where we deliver them intensity and energy. Sir, Mr. Grant Cardone, I'm an expert closer involved in high multi-level facet banking options. I have the delivery to impact people, the style to persuade people, and the charisma to get people off of their feet and onto a product of value. Now, how do you like that?
Dude, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm. I can hit you with more because you know why? I look at your products. I love your products. I love your closes, and I can repeat all your closes right now, but you're a busy guy, and I want to make sure that you recognize me as the expert closer. So what do I have to do to get in contact with you? Maybe get to see you.
You're in contact with me right now, man.
Okay. I want to work for you, Grant Cardone. I want to be right there by your side.
Let me ask you something, okay? We're going to do an interview, me and you right now, okay? You ready to do an interview?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to do an interview right now, all right? Let me ask you this question here, okay? What should I do with you if you come to work here? Let's say I have Bob that comes to work with me. He's here for 4 weeks and he doesn't sell anything. What should I do with him?
It depends on his, I look at a person's person. Well, I'm answering your question.
You're doing an interview, dude. No, I want you to take the points from this interview. Know your audience. Decide whether you're going to be friendly or antagonistic, and what's your altitude. You know?
Okay. No, I'm definitely going to look at his personality. If I like his personality, if I see he has room for growth, if he's listening to me, if he's responding to me, if I see he's not someone that is just being antagonistic just for the sake of being antagonistic with no actual thinking capabilities there, then I'm just going to fire him out the bat.
I don't even know what you're saying.
I
don't even know what you're saying. I don't even know what you're saying, man. I don't even know what you're saying right now, man. Look, hey, you need to send a video to Jared at GrantCardone.com. Jared at GrantCardone.com.
Mr. Grant, I don't want you to leave so fast. What don't you understand? What do you want me to say? I'll say I know how to close. You know, I'll close you right now if you want. You know how to close you?
Oh, he's going to close. No, dude, but this is a different show, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate you calling. You got a good pitch. I like your pitch. Awesome. This show's about interviews, okay? Dude, guys, what do you guys not understand about an interview? Have you ever been on an interview? Have you ever been asked by somebody, a radio channel? If you haven't ever been asked by a radio, by the way, I'm getting some kickback, Robert, on this ear. If you haven't ever been asked to do an interview, why not, man? You guys need to get interviewed out there. Y'all need to get an interview. You need to get on TV. You need to get on radio. You need to get on podcasts. You need to do an interview. Lewis Howes does an interview with me. If you Google that interview, Lewis Howes and Grant Cardone, dude, I rocked that interview. Check out the one with what was the Robert Million, the real estate interview. I forget, what was the name of that deal?
Which one
Dude, I've done them with everybody, like so many different people. Wing It, HuffPost, huh? The Millionaire Mindset, maybe Millionaire Mindset. I did one with Joel Brown.
Entrepreneur.
Dude, how do you control an interview, right? Okay, who's your audience? Who's my audience right now? A bunch of entrepreneurs. What do you guys want to be told? Let's make some money, baby. Let's make some money. Let's say I'm doing an interview with CNBC right now, okay? I got the guy over here. What do I know about the guy over here? He's got a job. I don't have a job. He does. He's got a job. I don't have one. He works for somebody. I don't, okay? I'm rocking the show. So I'm going to walk in and know who's my audience. If it's O'Reilly, that O'Reilly's going to be my audience, and so are the millions of people watching, right? So I've got to go to my audience. So I'm going to go out there and say, hey, O'Reilly, you're sitting here talking about the middle class every freaking night, and you never tell the middle class what they need to do. In fact, you know what? You do them a disservice, I'm being antagonistic, by not telling them there's no way out for them except to get out of the middle class and get rich like you are. Now, let me do the friendly version of that. Man, Mr. O'Reilly, you are, sir, you are exemplification of the American dream. You are the example all Americans watching should be. Make yourself known, be credible in the marketplace, deliver every day, hard work, be responsible with money. See what I did? I did the same guy, same audience, different pitch. All right, let's talk to Raphael. I hope Raphael's in Cuba because I want to go to Cuba, frankly, and buy some real estate. What's up?
What's up, Mr. Cardone? How are you, Raphael from Washington, D.C.?
Hey, I'm good, buddy. Good to talk to you, man. Did you? Yeah, beautiful. What's up?
Beautiful. What's up? Are we live right now?
Yeah, what do you do? We live, right? Dude. We live. This ain't Memorex. Okay, we live. Dude, what do you do for work, man? What do you do? What's the most exciting thing that's ever happened to you in your life? One thing that's happened to you has been like, that didn't happen to anybody else.
Honestly, the most exciting thing, I'm 24 years old. I'm a real estate investor and developer here in Washington, D.C. The most competitive market, the most exciting, amazing thing that's ever happened to me is honestly just getting this opportunity, man, and learning and growing.
Okay, let's do an interview right now. Raphael, let's do an interview, okay? I'm going to interview you on the DC channel for business at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. People are coming home, and I interview Raphael. So, Mr. Raphael, tell me about, you're going to do the interview with me. Tell me about the DC development in real estate, sir. Where do you see the real estate market going?
Honestly, the real estate market in DC has been stable for the last 6 years. Even in the Depression in 2007, we were
stable. What do you mean stable? It's been violently expensive. It's getting more expensive every week.
Exactly, but stable as far as the stable progression upwards, and there's no jerky movements. There's no jerky movements down. There's no jerky movement up. It's stable in the respect that we are constantly going up, and we're increasing in our price per square foot. It's an amazing thing, honestly, Mr. Cardone.
Yeah. Do you think this is still a good time, Raphael, to buy real estate in D.C.?
When is a good time?
No, is it still a good time?
It's a great time to buy real estate in D.C. I'll tell you why. I have some projects going up, and I can sell you a piece of real estate right now.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. We've been talking to Raphael with the Raphael Real Estate LLC Inc.com Boogie Chicka Pakata Alamadada. Yes, and now we're going to go to our next story, weather and traffic as Congress leaves the Pope. Dude, that's what's going to happen in an interview. Everybody agree? Yep. I don't know who Raphael is, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you got to get in punch. I know he wasn't ready for that. Who wants to do an interview, man? Who's got the guts to do an interview? You're going to call in. This is what's going to happen. You're going to call in. I'm going to ask you what you're a pro about, and then I'm going to do an interview on you, okay? 305-865-8668. 305-865-8668. Kirk, do you want to do an interview? Hold on one second, Kirk. Keith Dixon, control the interview, brother. Becky Farias. I would coach and train the rep if he's not sold anything in 30 days. By the way, shame on me for waiting 30 days. Yes. Marion Elder Law. Uncle G, I'm an attorney. How do I start getting more interview requests? Excellent question. Look, you want more interview requests, you need to start writing articles that are opinionated. You guys got to take a stand and hope that they get discovered, okay? Call me at 305. In fact, Maroon Elder Law. I'm reading my comments right now at GrantCardoneTV.com. Amrapali, she would do a great interview, by the way. I did an interview on the Today Show, and they had me thinking I would do a short dance. Got a call the night before that it would only be a short talk. See, that's what happens in interviews. I was doing an interview once to go talk about the stock market. On the way over there, MSNBC called me and said, hey, can you talk about LeBron's contract? I said, dude, I can talk about anything, baby. Open the doors, my bitches. Let's roll. Okay? Because I know the formula. I got to know my audience. Friendly or antagonistic, which one am I going to do? And I'm going to have altitude. Okay? I'm going to freaking take a position that's got height, altitude above everybody else. I have to know something. And everybody out there, all of you know something that I don't know. Right? Robert Sislow, video genius. He knows things I don't know. And he knows a bunch of stuff you guys don't know. He was the one in New York with me at 4 o'clock in the morning. He knows that. Nobody else in the office knows that. And he could give you the inside looks on what happened in the car, in the cab ride, when I cracked the guy on the back of the head, right? Okay, Kirk, talk to me, brother. You ready to do a pitch?
Man, I'm ready to do a pitch, but I kind of want to go back to what you asked there, Raphael. What was the most exciting moment that he had in his life?
Okay, what's the most exciting moment in your life?
I don't know how exciting it was, but it was pretty crazy. I was at Manny Pacquiao fight in Las Vegas at the MGM.
Is this when he was still fighting?
Mike Tyson.
Oh, dude, that had to be
Tyson, man. So you think the guy was a big tough guy? Got a hold of his hand and shook it,
Yeah.
And I thought I was grabbing a slice of butter, man.
Okay, dude, let's do this then. We're going to do an interview on you meeting Mike Tyson. Okay? You ready?
All right, let's go.
Let's see if you can control the points, okay? And your name's Kirk, right?
First name's Kirk. Last name is Stoner. Stoner.
Mr. Stoner, welcome to Grant Cardone TV. So nice to have you. We noticed that you wrote an article.
Yeah, I did, Grant.
No, you wrote an article about meeting Mr. Bite Your Ear, Mike Tyson. Tell us about that moment.
Grant, when he bit my ear like that, really I was shocked, but at the same time, I thought
you liked it.
I loved it. I loved it.
Dude, that's the interview? I mean, that's it?
You got me on that one, dude.
Fuck, dude. This shit's hard, isn't it?
Let's go somewhere else.
No, it's hard, though, right? Yeah, but you guys should be able to do any topic, right?
Yeah,
you should be able to do any topic. You guys ought to be freaking practicing right now.
Well, you know what, Grant? I've been trying really hard to get into that Grant Cardone University. I've been talking to your girl there. What's her name? Sheila Toro?
Yeah, dude, but you know why you're making it hard? Because you're freaking chasing dollars rather than getting rich. You squeezing freaking quarters trying to get the eagle to scream rather than make some real money. You need skills, dog. You need skills.
So what am I going to do from this point forward, Grant?
Just sign up for the damn thing. Quit worrying about what it costs, man. You lucky I don't charge like $50,000 for that thing. All of you guys are lucky.
$11,950. You brought it down to $3,000. I guess I ought to jump on that as soon as we hang up this phone.
It's $11,000, dude. It's $11,000.
Yeah, right, and it's worth way more than that.
Yeah, so it's a $4,000 offer. I mean, what I would do is I'd jump it and hump it.
I'm going to jump it and hump it.
I'd put it on Visa. I'd put Visa on it. Visa, MasterCard.
Turn it the right way and show me the right move.
You going to potty mouth me, man?
Yeah. Was there some potty mouth in there? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't either. Okay, man. Hey, who are you talking to over here about that?
Sheila Toro.
Sheila, call Sheila. Okay.
She's a pretty girl, too, I'll tell you that.
Sheila's hot, dude. Sheila's hot.
She is hot.
But, Sheila probably wouldn't even go out with you, man, the way you act about $4,000.
Shit.
Yeah, you can't worry about $4,000. You guys all out there worried about $4,000.
When we get to that university, we'll step it up.
Hook it up, Kirk. Thank you for calling in. You guys that are worried about $4,000, y'all got the wrong thing, man. You need to quit worrying about the $4,000. You need to worry about what? $400,000 or $4 million. You understand? Quit worrying about the little baby money. Get you some big boy money. There's big boy again. Okay. Now the other thing is, the $4,000 or $400,000 is the same as the interview. Do you guys get this? I'm doing an interview, man. I'm not worried about Deidre. I'm worried about the audience, man. I'll waste Deidre to get to the audience. I don't care about Deidre. I care about Deidre's boss. You get it? I want to come back on Fox again. So I got to punch. I got to drop hooks to where people are like, dude, that guy's got some freaking talent. All right, let's take another caller, all right? Anthony. Come on, Anthony.
Grant Cardone, how we doing again?
Man, dude, you trembling right now? You got the little nerves shaking?
Always good, man. Always good.
Okay, all right. So look. What's your specialty, bro? What do you do? Tell me about your business.
Well, I work for a large aerospace company. I'm actually a buyer, and I negotiate the parts, long-term agreements that we buy for the company.
Okay,
And
good.
I seem to do pretty well at that.
Okay, good. So let's go. You ready to do an interview? Let's see how you do on an interview.
Yeah, let's do it. I do a lot of interviews. I think this will be good for me.
Yeah, it will be good for you, man. Every experience should be good for you, okay? Welcome to GrantCardoneTV.com. Today we're talking aerospace with Anthony. Anthony Antonelli Aerospace. So, Anthony, thank you for spending some time with us today. Do you think the Europeans can save the U.S. aerospace companies?
I don't think the Europeans can save. I think they have advantages that can help out. I think we do a lot of investments outside of the U.S. The Europeans have knowledge, technical skills that we don't have, and I think coming from two different points of views helps us reach out to new markets. But they can help. I don't think they will actually save it without us being on board with them.
Very good, Anthony. So, and I really appreciate you being here today. And are you involved in the defense side of the aerospace business or the commercial luxury side?
I'm actually involved in both. I do a lot of government contract work, defense work, and we're all involved in all types of genres of the business.
Yes, thank you. And do you think the aerospace business is a good business to be investing in right now for the small-time investor?
I think at this time it might not be the best to invest into it. The only reason I'm saying that is because I think as the market gets better, then new contracts will come, because these contracts last for 20-plus years, and a lot of them are at the 15-year peak. So I think over the next few years, it might be good. You know, there's new companies buying other companies.
Yeah, so this is good. So look, here's the deal. You know, good job, by the way, brother. Good job, okay?
Thank you.
You got to know your audience, okay? Know your audience.
Yeah.
Y'all need to be making those points, right? What I don't know is you're not friendly or antagonistic, okay? That's the only recommendation. Like if you're going to be friendly, dude, then freaking pour on the syrup, right? Pour it on just like, man, that's a great question. That's an awesome question. You want to also use the interviewer's name. If you're going for friendly, call him Deidre, okay? If you want to be antagonistic, mess up the chick's name, right? Like you can literally just like go for it. Now, most people, this is very difficult for most people to do. The last thing I would just say, dude, is when you take an altitude on something, quit talking about you think and start talking about what you know. This is what I know about aerospace, and this is what you should know about aerospace, and this is why it either makes a great investment or a bad investment. Thanks for calling in, dude. I appreciate it. That was great. Who do we got next, guys? Is it Laura? Lara? Mike. Why did we go Lara?
Uncle G.
Yeah, what's up, man? My Uncle G. Everybody call me Uncle G now, man. I got a lot of nephews. I need some more nieces, though.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Hit me.
Well, we could talk about two things, either what I do for a living, or we could get controversial and talk about the Pope coming to town.
Dude, let's talk about the Pope. Now, you were in New York yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to change your position on, do you think the Pope is a liberal Pope, or do you think he is a conservative Pope just trying to get more of the more open-minded Catholics back on board with us? What do you think, sir?
Well, I think, first of all, we got to remember Rodrigo Borgia from the medieval times, where he was the infamous Pope back in the day.
You've been watching HBO, man?
Showtime, yeah, a little bit.
Dude, are you pulling your news off of HBO, bro?
No, I'm not affiliated with them.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, well, I after seeing what happened with the Pope and how, you know, he did all those things when he's supposed to be a man of God, I don't need a Pope to talk to God. I could do it myself now, you know?
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
I think you're running out of freaking material. See, what if the interview goes longer, right? What if that interview goes longer than you guys think? And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that's a long road there, dude. So look,
it's like a gas tank that runs empty on you.
Yeah, right. Did you feel that, dude? So I'm just trying to give everybody the experience of the stuff that can happen to you. Nobody ever did this for me, man. I wish I knew going in an interview. The big problem I had with the interview is I would always go in there. I'm like, dude, I got like 11 minutes of nonstop material, and I could only get 30 seconds in. I was like, God, man, I spent all that time preparing for this thing. I was ready to freaking throw it down. Yeah. Okay. So it could happen either way to you. Sarah, let's take three more of these, and then we're going to get out of here. Sarah.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Grant, Mr. Cardone.
Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Great to have you on the show today.
I'm very well, thank you. It's Sarah with an F.
Thank you. What is your specialty? What do you do well?
Okay, well, I'm a mixed martial arts conditioning coach for women.
Oh, my God, that is awesome. Have you done any interviews?
No, I have an interview coming up in October. This small little group in Atlanta, they saw my website and they called me, believe it or not, and I couldn't believe that you were having a show about this.
Yeah.
So this actually is helpful to me.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Much. You want to do an interview? What are they going to interview you about? Do you know?
Just about what I do.
Tell me about what you do.
Yes, so I am looking for ladies who don't like what they see in the mirror. And basically I work ladies of MMA boot camps in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is not an aerobic class, Mr. Cardone, at all. This is a boot camp. And
have you ever knocked anyone out? That's what I want to know.
No.
Have you ever tapped anybody out?
No.
Have you ever been tapped out?
No.
Have you ever met Big Boy?
No. I mean, well...
So look. Here's the deal, okay? So your audience is going to be middle class America that probably doesn't even know about the MAA, right?
Yes. Exactly.
So you're going to have, I don't know what time of day it is. What time of day is your interview?
Oh, it's in Atlanta. It's going to be around 9 a.m.
Yeah. So it's all women. So your audience is women. You need to go in there, dude, and is it going to be in person or over the radio?
Over the radio.
Yeah. So you need to go in there and just rock why women need to do the MAA. Like why it's so great, why it's so fun, why they're going to freaking be in the best shape of their life, the fastest ever. I don't know. You need to get some inside, something somebody doesn't know. That's the altitude I talk about. You need to know something about that space and what women need, and maybe even save your audience, and just say, look, the reason you guys are overweight is because those diets don't work. They don't work.
Exactly.
Walking doesn't work. Running doesn't work. Okay, treadmills don't work. The MAA.
Exactly. We speed up your metabolism through high-intensity interval training. And you can find me at wakeupfitness.com. Mr. Cardone, I just want to say thank you for everything that you and Elena have done for me. You have motivated me beyond belief, and you changed my life.
Dude, that's awesome. I'll pay you $1,000 if you mention my name on that radio show. David on line 5. David on line 5. Thank you so much. David, what's up?
Bye-bye.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. What do you do?
One of them is called My Voice, MIVOYCE. We help people navigate the healthcare system and save thousands of dollars on the front end and the back end.
So what do you want to do an interview about?
We can talk about how messed up the healthcare system is.
Yeah, what do you think about Obamacare?
Personally, I don't like it at all.
Well, I'm asking you personally.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
we're doing an interview. Thank you for being in Miami today. Today we're talking about Obamacare. We have... what's the gentleman's name?
David Dubay.
Don't erase it. Let me keep it up there. David, we have David here and we have Jared here. Okay? Now, Jared is pro-Obamacare and David hates Obamacare. Is that true, David?
No, that's not true.
What's true, David?
The fact is that Obamacare is messed up in many ways, but it's also good in many ways.
Oh, so you're a flip-flopper. I thought you were against Obamacare. You sound like Scott Walker, who just quit.
No, there's a whole bunch of things that are going on with Obamacare that are to the benefit of you and I, but there's many things about it that aren't good.
Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Like you got to have an opinion, man. You can't do I'm vanilla and chocolate. Okay, you just can't do it. It will never work.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But in the case of what we're doing, it's not just about it being good or bad. The case is that 62% of bankruptcies are due to healthcare. You can hear 62%. That's massive. That's huge.
Now let me change that number. Huge. Now let's say that I'm doing an interview with you, right? And you just said, this was good, dude. You started getting some power, right? 62% of all, do that whole 62% thing. And imagine that I'm the other third party, the third person on the panel doing the interview with you. Go ahead and do that and watch what's going to happen.
Okay. So 62% of bankruptcies are due to healthcare bills.
That's just not true, David. And I don't know why you mislead the public like that with all the other freaking criminal politicians and media that suggest that. It is just not true. The reason people go bankrupt is they don't have enough money, not because they don't have enough health care. Health care is breaking the back of Americans.
I don't know about that.
Well, I do know. Okay, the fact that you don't know makes me wonder why you even sitting there.
I love this. I love this, Grant. It's awesome.
Dude, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Y'all like this show? I kind of like this show, this interview show. Dude, we should do this more often, okay? Because look,
yeah, I love this.
Yeah, you did an awesome job, dude. Dude, I appreciate it. Tell everybody how they can follow you.
Yeah, you can follow us at MI_VOYCE at My Voice.
At My Voice, okay? Follow me
at
My Voice.
We're on Periscope. We're on
You're everywhere,
Twitter,
baby. You're everywhere.
And you can go to our website,
man.
myvoice.com.
They're everywhere. At myvoice.com, okay? So, you see, that's what's going to happen in an interview, man. Or, here's what typically happens in interviews. You waste the moment, dude. And you're driving home, and you're like, God, I should have said. How many of you have been there? Oh, I should have said. You're with your boyfriend. I should have told him. You're with the stepmother. I should have told her. You're with the freaking whatever, right? You're on a job interview. Oh, damn. I should have said that. Okay. The relationship's over. Oh, I should have done this to her. Whatever, right? You're like, I should have done it. No, man. You need to get ready. Jared was doing a Periscope this morning about, dude, skills. You can go in all excited if you want to. You guys got to get skilled up. Sometime, at some point in your life, you're going to do an interview. It's an opportunity to get known in the marketplace by lots of people. Addie, I think, is from Pennsylvania. Either that or they're a CPA, and the C is missing.
Hey, Grant, how's it going?
What's up? What do you do?
Grant, I'm a wedding photographer. I am calling out of Harrisburg, PA. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for having me. Let's do an interview. You ready?
Absolutely, Grant. Go
So
right
the fact is, Addie, nobody's getting married anymore because of the homosexual increase around this country. So why would you go into the wedding business at this time?
Grant, I think you're looking at it the wrong way. Actually, homosexuals are getting married, so it's a wide open market. So I have business everywhere.
Oh, that's good. And what is the average wedding cost?
So the average wedding cost, so it depends on class.
No, it doesn't depend. I just want to know the average wedding, okay?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, the fact is, Addie, you say it depends because in truth, people spend too much money on weddings.
No, Grant, they don't. And even if they do spend too much money on weddings, a wedding is a fantasy, and people want to live in that fantasy area.
And just my point. It is a fantasy. So why, at a time when Americans are suffering financially, why would a family spend as much money as they are to start their marriage in debt on a wedding? Over $25,000 is spent on the average wedding in America. $26,440. How can you justify that?
That's a great question, Grant. And we all want to live in a place of luxury, and a wedding is a luxury. People will buy whatever they want to buy. If they want to buy it, they can afford it, and they will find a way to afford it. Little girls have been thinking about weddings since they were 3 and 4 years old. So they will find a way to afford that money.
Women have been thinking about weddings since they were 3 or 4 years old.
Absolutely, Grant.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, then you know what? The women should pay for the wedding then, okay? You know,
well,
you've been wanting the wedding that damn long. You pay for it, okay? Let me tell you a story about my wedding, okay? My wife wants to do this wedding. My wife's a great chick. Elena's an unbelievable chick. So I told Elena, I said, look, she wanted to do this hotel. And I said, babe, we're not doing a hotel. I'm not going to give a hotel money. I live in a hotel. Okay, we're going to do it at my hotel, and I pay nobody nothing. And all the pictures are going to be of our place. Okay, so she's like, okay, I'm in agreement with that. And then she says, but I'm going to do the night before, and I want to make this big fancy night. What's that night called?
The rehearsal dinner.
The rehearsal dinner. So I'm like, okay, but how many people you want there? Oh, like a couple hundred. And I wasn't nearly at the place that I'm at financially today. I'm like, do you want to do it? She's like, yeah, I'm paying for everything. I'm like, you can't pay for 200 people. You ain't got the money for that, okay? Oh, yeah, I can do it. I've been dreaming about this since I was 3 or 4 years old. They know you weren't. You were not thinking about this when you were 3 or 4 years old doing a rehearsal dinner. That's an add-on extra, unnecessary. We don't have to do it, man. She says yes. The bill comes. She gives them her credit card, and the credit card goes, decline. So, like, if you guys are going to dream about a damn wedding since the age of 3, why don't you start saving when you're 3?
Grant, let me stop you right there. Who ended up paying for it?
Dude, I did. You know who paid for it?
Absolutely.
Big boy.
You made my point. You ended up paying for it.
Yeah.
So that's how I come in. I come in because I want to make her dream come true. I want her to feel, and I want her to think about things, and I want to make that dream come through that she's been living for
her
such
dream.
a long time.
Her dream could be your nightmare. Hey, you're awesome, dude. How do people follow you, bro?
You can follow me at Ade Oshodi. That's ADEOSHODI.
Dude, why don't you call yourself like the wedding big boy? Why don't you come up with a wedding name, man? Or you're in the wedding business, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
Why don't you have weddingsgonemad.com? Weddings that work forever. Weddings that work forever, marriages that don't.com. I don't know. Come up with something snappy. Appreciate you calling in, dude. Hey, folks, you've been watching Grant Cardone TV today. We got the interview show, man. We're going to start doing the interview show. I kind of like this, okay? Every week, every Friday, I come to you to bring you a show. Something about your career, your finances, your business. Something you need to know that you're going to be confronted with in your life, and you're going to have an opportunity to do something with it or not do something with it. My job is to skill you up. Hey, here we are walking into the weekend. The Pope's been in town. What else happened this week? Boehner's quitting.
VW lied.
VW lied. Volkswagen been lying to all those people that wanted little cars. All you people that wanted, oh, I'm so good if I got my Volkswagen's good for emissions. Liars. Okay. What else has been happening? Shamu got exported. Scott Walker quit. Donald Trump's in the lead. Obama was actually born in the African desert. My name's Grant Cardone, man. None of that matters, man. What matters is what are you going to do this weekend to make this weekend great? What are you going to do next Monday to make your week great? I want to help you. Anything I can do for you, hit me up. Throw it in comments. I'll answer my comments, man. You guys be great.
Today's episode was brought to you by the Comfort Experts. See us for all your heating and air conditioning needs. For more information, visit onehouraircarolinas.com. That's onehouraircarolinas.com.
Like 3 minutes from you.
Oh.